You won't believe what went down on Monday Night Raw. In a shocking and brutal backstage ambush, Bron Breakker blindsided Bronson Reed in a vicious attack that left the WWE Universe reeling. What was supposed to be another night of high-stakes competition turned into chaos as Breakker struck from behind, showing a ruthless side fans rarely see. Reed, the 330-pound powerhouse who has been on a meteoric rise, was left battered and stunned, while Breakker stood over him, asserting dominance in the most calculated, gutless way imaginable. This wasn't just a match, it was a statement. Emotions ran high, fans are talking non-stop, and the fallout from this brutal attack is already sending shockwaves through Raw's locker room. Why Triple H called the meeting? This unprecedented deal began with a sense of urgency. WWE's internal analytics revealed a decline in ratings, social media engagement, and merchandise sales, especially among casual fans. Monday Night Raw was perceived as chaotic, without a clear top star or faction-driving storylines. Triple H recognized that the product needed a major, iconic move to reinvigorate interest, and the solution was obvious. The Shield. Roman Reigns as the company's most reliable draw, and Seth Rollins, despite recent setbacks, still carried significant fan support. Bringing them together promised both nostalgia and mainstream attention. But Triple H also knew that to convince them to commit fully, WWE had to offer real guarantees and protections. This wasn't just a typical backstage conversation. It was a strategic, formal negotiation designed to ensure both performers had control and confidence in the success of their reunion, securing buy-in for long-term storytelling impact. Roman and Seth's demands. Roman Reigns approached the meeting with skepticism. Having experienced broken promises and inconsistent booking over the years, he demanded assurances that WWE would protect his character and credibility. Seth Rollins, still recovering from the Vision betrayal and losing the World Heavyweight Championship, echoed this concern emotionally. Seth needed concrete protections and guarantees before committing to the Shield reunion. Their demands were not simply ego-driven, they reflected legitimate concerns about creative consistency and long-term character development. Triple H's willingness to negotiate on these points shows an understanding of both the business and performance sides of WWE. By offering unprecedented control, Roman and Seth ensured that the reunion wasn't just for short-term rating spikes, but had a foundation allowing them to protect their legacies and dictate meaningful storylines, creating both opportunity and controversy for the rest of the roster. The terms of the Shield deal. The agreement granted Roman and Seth extraordinary influence over Raw's direction. First, they have veto power over opponents and can suggest alternative matchups, ensuring chemistry and story quality. Second, they are guaranteed main event positioning at all premium live events, securing visibility regardless of other performers' momentum. Third, they now participate in creative meetings, influencing storylines that involve other wrestlers. Fourth, the Shield cannot be booked to lose in ways that damage their credibility, insulating them from embarrassing angles or comedic segments. Fifth, their compensation was increased dramatically, including bonuses tied to the Shield reunion, placing them among WWE's top earners. These terms are groundbreaking, establishing Roman and Seth as untouchable in both creative and financial spheres. While this ensures top-tier performance and investment from them, it simultaneously raises questions about fairness and opportunity for the rest of the locker room. Locker room reaction and resentment. The Shield's newfound power has divided the WWE locker room. Veteran wrestlers understand the business rationale. Roman and Seth generate ratings, merchandise sales, and mainstream attention. They see the deal as a calculated investment to protect proven talent. However, younger wrestlers and independent signees view the arrangement as an artificial ceiling. No matter how hard they work or how much fan support they earn, their opportunities are potentially limited by Shield control. Factions like the Vision, despite delivering compelling performances, face barriers to growth because the Shield's guaranteed protections and creative influence could indirectly block their storylines. Similarly, top talents like Drew McIntyre fear their pushes may be overshadowed, leaving them questioning their place in WWE's hierarchy. Implications for Raw's storytelling. The Shield reunion significantly shifts Raw's narrative landscape. Almost all major storylines are now defined in relation to Roman and Seth. Wrestlers are either aligned with or positioned against the Shield, creating a binary framework where character development outside this central focus may struggle. While this approach could generate immediate ratings, boosts, and heightened fan engagement, it risks stifling the organic emergence of new stars and fresh storylines. Wrestlers who might otherwise ascend through strong matches or audience investment may now find themselves relegated to supporting roles. Long-term, this creative model is unsustainable because it heavily relies on the Shield's dominance. Once the faction inevitably breaks up or Roman and Seth reduce schedules, Raw could face a vacuum of top-level storylines, demonstrating the double-edged nature of centralizing power in one faction. Financial and marketing strategy. WWE's investment in the Shield goes beyond contracts. Roman and Seth are supported through merchandise campaigns, media appearances, and documentary content, all designed to maximize fan engagement and revenue. Marketing resources are aligned with the reunion, effectively launching the Shield as a brand within the WWE ecosystem. While this guarantees significant exposure for Roman and Seth, it also highlights the disparity between them and other wrestlers. Mid-card and emerging talent may not receive comparable promotional support, creating financial and creative inequities. From a business standpoint, Triple H is betting that the revenue generated will justify the preferential treatment. Potential storylines and long-term plans. Sources suggest WWE plans to position the Shield against the Vision as an initial feud, allowing Seth a redemption arc and establishing the reunited Shield as a dominant force. Other potential angles include conflicts with the Judgment Day and the Bloodline, creating faction-based rivalries that could elevate new talent through association. There are also discussions about potentially adding Jon Moxley to complete the Shield trio for a climactic WrestleMania run, with the faction holding multiple championships simultaneously. While these plans promise excitement and spectacle, they also risk locking up top-tier titles within a single faction, limiting opportunities for other wrestlers. The creative focus on the Shield could produce memorable moments in the short term, but may create bottlenecks in championship contention and storytelling flexibility across the roster. Triple H's strategy and motivation. Triple H's support for the Shield reflects a calculated business decision. He is leveraging the reunion to improve ratings, merchandise, and mainstream visibility while securing his own legacy as Chief Content Officer. By providing Roman and Seth with unprecedented protections, Triple H mitigates the risk of creative missteps and ensures top talent remains invested in the product. At the same time, he strengthens WWE's position with fans by delivering high-profile storylines that appeal to nostalgia and performance excellence. However, the move also places Triple H in a delicate position. Favoring elite talent over broader roster equity may create internal resentment and highlight systemic issues within WWE's talent management, potentially challenging the perception of meritocracy in the company. The broader impact on WWE. The Shield's return with contractual and creative control reshapes Raw and WWE's ecosystem. Storylines, championship opportunities, and promotional focus now revolve around Roman and Seth, leaving other talent to navigate a more restrictive creative landscape. While fans are likely to enjoy high-profile matches and the reunion spectacle, the long-term implications could hinder the growth of emerging stars, create locker room resentment, and perpetuate systemic inequities. WWE's financial and promotional resources are heavily concentrated on the faction, emphasizing immediate returns over broader talent development. The reunion is a bold move that combines nostalgia, storytelling, and business strategy, but it comes at a cost: a potential imbalance in opportunities, creative freedom, and roster morale that could shape WWE's direction for years to come.